Presentations. If you're in college, you're going to have to give a presentation or two along the way. And the worst part about these are they're extremely boring. And if you add a PowerPoint presentation to it, you have a real snooze fest on your hands. Presentations are best when they're well rehearsed, relevant, and engaging to the audience. The very best presentation is where there's a speaker using nothing more than one index card with a few notes on it. The worst is where the presenter is reading word for word from a text-heavy PowerPoint slide, and there are no graphics, no pictures, nothing else. So I want to offer you a few tips to help you with your presentations and your PowerPoints so that they're less boring and hopefully more engaging to the listeners. So let's begin. First, never use more than 6 words per slide. It's really important that you don't give a slide that is text heavy. It is confusing and overwhelming to the audience. Related to that is that you should never read word for word what's on the slide. The idea is that you are giving an oral presentation that's expanding on the information that is visually represented. Related to that is that you should use images over words. Again, orally, you should be expanding on the visual presentation that you have on the slide. You should reinforce, not repeat yourself. And you should never use bullets. I'd recommend that you find a way to tell stories, offer analogies, and where appropriate, use humor. Now, the best examples of this are found in TED Talk videos. I strongly recommend that you go over and look at a few of those TED Talk videos and get an idea for how presenters offer information to the audience in an engaging, authentic way. That brings me to the idea that your presentation should be engaging to the audience. You need to be able to draw them in and help them to connect authentically with the material being offered to them. Again, a great example of this is found in the TED Talk videos. They offer examples of audience engagement quite often. When giving a presentation, you should offer some sort of application for the ideas being presented. Okay, you've given me the ideas. Now, what am I going to do with it? Offer them a way to apply the information. Now, in the way of presentations that you're saving to send to your professor, where permissible by your professor, I'd strongly recommend that you use video in place of a static PowerPoint presentation. If you're going to use video, stay within the allotted time. If there isn't an allotted time, I would highly recommend that you set a 3 to 5 minute time frame for your oral presentation. Now, a good rule is that for every slide that you have, you should speak for about a minute. If you're going to do a video presentation, I ask that you look directly into the camera. And by all means, do not read word for word your presentation. Remember, you should be well rehearsed and ready to go. Make sure that you stay on task and on time when doing a video presentation.